Hello, welcome, world class listeners and viewers. My name is Jonathan, aka the Coach, and this is
Omar, the professor.
and we are your co-hosts for the World Class Zone podcast. We are back with another episode on schedule, on time.
Back at it again with the white veins. Sorry, my bad. It came out in my vine. You never seen that vine? Well, damn, Daniel.
But what about it?
Back at it again with the white vans. But I'm just saying, like, back at it again.
With the white vans.
Yeah.
I heard.
I said it kind of quick. That's why.
I heard with the white veins. They were singing like a little Wayne song.
No, not what. But anyways.
So welcome to another episode. We have a stacked episode for you guys today. We are going to be talking about the Chelsea versus Liverpool Carabao Cup final that occurred yesterday, and we are going to be also jumping into our two segments of the day and talking about the big, well, it's not big news, but it's just something me and Omar want to talk about, which is Bayer Leverkusen unbeaten record, and whether or not they're going to be, or whether or not Xabi Alonso is still going to be their manager next season.
I doubt it.
That's a big topic, so we're going to jump into those things. Obviously, our two segments, like I said earlier. So let's jump into it, Omar. Let's talk about the Chelsea Liverpool game. I know you got your notes written about the game, so go ahead and start spitting.
Yes. Yeah, so I mean, it was Liverpool versus Chelsea. Game started at 9. Was it Eastern? Yeah, right.
9 o'clock Central Standard Time.
And let me tell you, I woke up early for the game, and I did not miss a beat of it. It was pretty good game so far. I mean, we have Liverpool lineup. Let me put it up for you guys, and then I'll go ahead and go over the lineup with y'all. Same thing with Chelsea. So here we go. So for the lineup, we have Chelsea. We have formation 4-2-3-1. As goalkeeper, we got Petrovic, and then we have the four centers, which is Gusto, Diasis, Colwell, and Chilwell, right? Chilwell. Yeah, right. I got it.
It's Chilwell.
Chilwell.
I don't want to correct you too much on the pronunciation, but you messed up on a bunch of names already. But go ahead.
They know who I'm talking about.
Go ahead. Do they do?
Some do.
All right.
And then we got you got the two on top as centers. We got Caicedo and Fernandes, and also we have the three forwards, which is Palmer, Gallagher, and Sterling. And the forward, which would be Jackson. And for Liverpool, we have formation 4-3-3. We have as goalkeeper, we got Kelleher. And then we have our center backs, which is Robertson, Van Dijk.
Our center backs?
Yeah.
Left back.
I'm sorry. It's 'cause I was getting all together. But left back, we got Robertson. Center back, we have Van Dijk and Conte.
Konate.
Man, they all sound the same, bro.
No, they don't.
They all spelled the same.
I think this is yeah. Go ahead.
And then left back, we have Bradley. And then, got your center mids.
You say left back, right back?
Right back.
Goodness gracious.
Right back. And then we have you got the three center mids. Left mid, we got Gravenberch. All right.
Gravenberch. And it's not left mid, it's a left center mid.
That's the same thing, bro. And then we got center mid, we got Endo. And then we got right mid, we have McAllister.
Right center mid.
My center mid.
Right center mid, yeah.
Yes.
And then you have a left wing, a right wing, and a striker.
Yes, a left wing, we have Diaz. We have our striker, Gakop. Yeah, right.
God, bro. It's Gakpo. Goodness gracious.
And then the last one, Elliot.
Okay.
So that way people won't listen to it anymore.
I thought we weren't gonna make it out of that one, Omar.
We got it though. We got it. Yeah, forcefully, but we got it.
Yeah, it was a hard one to sit by, but I think you said to Disasi. I think you called him.
Who?
What did you say to Disasi?
Let me see.
You said what did you say?
No, I did say that Disasi.
I heard something else.
Yeah, Disasi. That's what I said.
And then you didn't say Petrovic. What did you say?
Petrovic. Yeah, I said Puerto Rico.
But anyways, all right. So it was a good game. Going into this game, I thought that I low key thought Liverpool were gonna just go in and take it from the beginning and take over. Maybe score like 1, 2, 3, 4 goals early on. Honestly, that was my initial thoughts. But being a cup final, I guess it limits the. I guess not. I mean, Liverpool did go out strong, but I feel like Chelsea kind of
They deserved it.
stood their ground.
Mm-hmm.
They just stood their ground. They didn't just sit back and
Let it happen.
do nothing about it. They actually had some fairly good chances throughout the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you speaking about Chelsea, tying with who was it? The ones that they tied with
Man City, they just
was
signed
Man City,
yeah.
and then you have what was it? Liverpool coming from.
They had just been Luton Town 4-1.
So I mean, you had two good matches, two good teams that were going to come for the best of the best. I mean, if you look at minute 8, you have that one. You have that one chance from Diaz headering it, and the center. It was. I think he could have done better. I think his center was good. It's just his reaction was bad from Diaz. I think he had a little bit more of a. He could have tried to touch it, try to bring it down with him, but I think he jumped. Well, it's not that he jumped too high, but I think the ball was a little bit too high for him, so he kind of forced himself to give it that header. But
I think Diaz had a lot of opportunities in the first half, and I think he could have done a lot better with the chances that were presented to him. I think his decision making was a little bad throughout the game, to be honest. But I mean, overall, he did a good game. But I think in that first half, like especially when Liverpool started off the game, they were just on it. They had the ball possession, of course they do, and they were just creating chances. But yeah, Diaz missed a few good chances.
yeah, but I mean, if you look about it, the first half, you got like say minute 8 where Diaz had that chance. You got minute 19. If you guys go back to minute 19, you have Sterling missed that beautiful pass. And I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to bring it down and kind of finish it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a one-time thing, man. It was a one-time touch. He should have scored it how he sent, like as soon as they sent it to him. He should have just.
And then back to where like I was saying, it was just all Liverpool dominating the matchup in the beginning, but Chelsea played a good counter-attacking football, and I think the main man on Chelsea's team that made all this happen was Cole Palmer. He was the one that was just creating the stuff on the counter. Honestly, it was him. That Cole Palmer, in my opinion, was Chelsea's best player.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think if he's not on the field throughout that first half, I don't think they do as good as they do. No. In terms of the counterattacking, just because of his what he has that's so good. Obviously, apart from the skill and because he's very talented, obviously, but it's his decision making. He just knows what to do with at the right time. He knows when to pass it. He knows when to dribble past players. So I think it was a good display by him.
Yeah, but I mean, you have before we jump to the second half, you have those good passes to Gallagher. I mean, you had those 2 1-on-1s that Gallagher could have easily put it in the bag and got Chelsea the dub.
Well, even in the first half where it was I believe it was Cole Palmer, the one that played it to. I can't remember who was the one that centered it in. I want to say it was Nicholas Jackson. He was the one that received it, and then he crossed it in, and then Sterling scored, and it was offsides. It was very close, but I thought it was offsides.
Yeah,
it was the right decision.
If y'all guys go back to minute 38, that's when it happened, offsides. I think he was barely on. Barely on. It was more of like fingertip type of thing. I think to me he was good. I don't think he was on offsides.
Well, they took a while reviewing it.
I mean,
they took a while reviewing it, but I think he was just like, I want to say maybe like half a knee ahead of Konate. He was like half a knee. Nicholas Jackson was.
Yeah, basically his knee was barely sticking out.
Yeah, but he was still offsides. He was still offsides, in my opinion. It's because the thing about it was that the angle they gave us wasn't good. Like the angle on TV that was given,
It seemed like he was onside.
It seemed like he was onside, yeah. But then like if you really look at it and you look at the dimensions and you look at all that, you can kind of tell that he was offsides. You can see the knee a little bit, but it was hard. I can see how some people would, I guess, say like he was onside. It was a hard thing, but they drew the lines, Omar.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should go back to where it was, where, you know, it was your full body was offsides. Because now it's like...
When was that?
Really? Huh?
When was that? When was the whole full body offsides?
Most of the games back then, back then it wasn't... If it was barely a minuscule...
I know, but when was that a rule?
What do you mean? No, it's always been a rule.
No. When was it the rule that your whole body has to be, like, away from the last defender to be outside?
I mean, a few years ago.
I mean,
from what I remember was... If you were either a shoulder ahead or a knee ahead or your head ahead, it wasn't offsides. It had to be kind of mainly your full body being ahead of the player.
No, but it was never your full body. I mean, just because they didn't have VAR, but either way, they like just because VAR didn't exist back there, the rules were still the same though. If a body part was ahead of that last defender, it was offsides.
I mean, but then again, it's like we come down to.
I mean, it's coming down to like millimeters and stuff with these lines and stuff. I mean, I don't think it's ridiculous, but you know, I personally think it's good that there's VAR, but sometimes it can be a little frustrating. I will say.
Because I mean, if it like I said, like you know, going back to the example, if you're barely, you know, a shoulder ahead, that doesn't mean that you beat them to it. Because you never know, the defender could be faster than you. It's just you got an upper edge, a little bit of an upper edge.
By the book rules, if there's any body part that you can score with, and you run with it, it's offsides. That's the offsides. You know, so you can score with your shoulder. So if that shoulder is ahead, you have an advantage. It doesn't matter if it's small. You still have an advantage.
Yeah, with your shoulder though. Not with, not this shoulder. Not with your hand. Your shoulder.
Well, that's why with your shoulder.
Oh, it's because you want like if you were showing your bicep type of thing.
No, with your shoulder.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
They're becoming too soft now.
It was, I mean, I guess. But, I mean, with VAR, you know, they took a while with that, you know. But at the end of the day, I think they made the right decision. They drew the lines. It was offsides, and we moved on.
Yeah. And then, you know, I think another key play is minute 40. You know, minute 40, we got the header from Gakpo. Why do you... I was just going to give you my notes and you read off. Gakpo hits the pole.
Yeah.
That was clever. You know, he should have made it.
Yeah.
Nobody was on him. He had the advantage for it, and he hits the pole. I think Chelsea could have took that 1-0 lead there, but
Liverpool.
Chelsea.
Liverpool could have taken. Liverpool plays for Gakpo plays for Liverpool.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, yeah, they could have taken that 1-0 lead. To me, I think it was a well centered, and they should have done something about it.
Yeah, and I thought Liverpool created a lot of chances. But I think again, and I go back to what we were discussing last week with the Man City Chelsea game. If this Chelsea team had a good striker, a good number 9, they would be a lot better than what they are now. I think that's the missing piece because Nicholas Jackson is not that guy, dude. Cause honestly, like, I want to say something. I might get criticized for it, but Van Dijk, I don't think he's. I mean, he's good, but I don't think he's all that. Like, if you look at how he plays, he's just very relaxed. He goes for the plays and stuff, but I feel like sometimes if somebody goes past him or something, or the ball's not within his range, he kind of just watches. He's more like sight viewing.
So like Messi, when he just watches the play go around him.
Yeah, and he doesn't do anything about it. I don't know. It's just my observations, but I feel like if they had a good striker, they could have gone around him and stuff. Cause, like again, not that first goal that they scored that was offsides. Like if you see Van Dijk's positioning was bad.
Yeah, he was left behind. He started walking afterwards.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like any defender would just like run all the way back and just what if the goalkeeper blocks it and it lands like a little bit away?
Yeah.
You want to be the first one there, but
Or at least try to stop it. Kind of slide tackle and take the
Right,
yellow for the
right.
team so it can stop the counterattack.
so I don't know. That was again. That's just my observations of that game in particular, or
Mhm.
of how I observed him. But
Right.
either way, but anyways, point being is that I think they need a striker to be better.
Yeah. So halftime comes along, and you think the best thing for Chelsea is to get a new striker.
Yes. Oh yeah. 100%. Yeah.
What about the options that they have in the bench? You wouldn't consider them?
No. Well, who's really their number 9? Because they have Nkunku coming
Mhm.
off, but Nkunku's not a number 9. He's more. I see him more as a cam.
Yeah.
Or even on the wing. And then you have Mudryk, which I don't know how this man was worth so much money. All he really has is pace. I mean, that finishing product he's lacking it,
Mhm.
and he's lacking it big time because he ain't making any difference in this Chelsea team. So it sucks for
Right.
them.
Well, I mean, I think they work what they can do. I mean, I think Jackson he didn't do a decent job. I think he can improve, but I mean, if they give him the chance, maybe next season he might. You never know. He might become their number 9.
Well, this Jackson guy, Nicholas Jackson, I thought he was gonna be good for Chelsea because he had such a good preseason with them,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just kind of fell off. He just kind of he hasn't really performed. He's been underperforming all season.
So it's like Rashford.
No, but because he's a new signing, so he
Mhm.
came into the preseason scoring like goals and everybody was hyped and he's like, oh, we don't need a number 9, we got Nicholas Jackson, and then he comes in and he's not doing what he did in the preseason. That's why I always say this about preseason is it doesn't matter if you score a hat trick, you score 10, 15, 20 goals in the preseason. It doesn't matter. It matters what you do during the season.
Right.
Because really, in reality, the teams that you're playing during preseason, they're not up to the fit level yet. They're still getting to it.
Yeah, most of the times, most of the games, the preseason games, the coaches be trying different things.
Right.
They try different players. It's not their starting 11. So, you have those big differences where,
Right.
You could beat a team 8-0, and that's because, they're trying this formation or this player or things of that nature. So,
Right.
like you said, it doesn't really count when it comes to preseason games.
Yeah. That's what
But
I'm saying.
what the best thing to do is to show it on the actual season
Right.
and see what it takes. But homeboy's slacking.
Yeah, he's slacking. So they're
Slacking.
definitely a striker. So
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I mean, comes along second half. First few minutes, Chelsea's picking up. You can see the momentum coming up. I was gonna say something different. Liverpool, it's a little bit laid back, not too much, not too much pressure coming off. But you go to minute 60, where Elliot hit a good volley, but I think he had to hit it more with the face, more with his foot, the front of the
the
foot.
laces.
Yeah, because he hit it more on the edge.
Yeah.
So it kind of made like a volley, but it was more of a bounced off.
Yeah.
it
He
real
should
bad.
have caught that with the
He
laces.
should have caught it with the laces. I think if he would have done that, we would have been talking about the goal of the week.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you go back, like say, go to minute 60, I think it was a good volley. I mean, I wouldn't blame him, especially you have a defender coming at you, and then there's nothing much but you can do besides just give it a try.
Yeah.
And
The technique was off.
I think the goalie was a little bit extra by
Yeah.
It's just more for the picture. I think he
Yeah,
could have
one
just
for the
grabbed
picture.
it and
Yeah.
then go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go minute 60, and then a few seconds after that, then you got the the offside goal that's really really controversial with Van Dijk.
Yeah, well, Van Dijk gets it's a little free kick outside the box, and it comes in, and Van Dijk is. When you look at the replay, I was thinking to myself, I was like, why is Chilwell marking him? Because I believe it was Chilwell the one who was marking him, and I was like, why is Chilwell marking Van Dijk?
Yeah,
like,
he was like,
yeah, it's just it's a mismatch,
Yeah.
Like he shouldn't be marking Van Dijk. I was like, either somebody left their man, or they really thought that
Threw him under the bus.
Chilwell can really mark Van Dijk. But anyways, Van Dijk gets that goal, and it's celebrated and everything. They don't,
Don't say
plays
much about
going, and then VAR starts taking a look at it, Omar,
Mhm.
and they're looking for an offsides call, and Van Dijk's not offsides. He's fine.
Oh, no.
He's way on.
He's good.
But there is one player who is offsides, Omar, and that's Endo.
Yeah,
Endo. And he does something that we spoke about in the Real Madrid game that was very controversial against Leipzig in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Where one of the players slightly pushed Lunin in the back.
Yeah. And they called it offsides.
And then it ended up being a goal. That other player who scored was onside. But the player who pushed Lunin in the back was offsides.
Right.
Same kind of similar scenario occurs in this game. The only difference is Endo is offsides, and what he does, Van Dijk was not being covered by Chilwell.
And even if he was, I mean, he wasn't going to do nothing much.
But he wasn't being covered by Chilwell. He was being covered by Caldwell. But Endo, and you see the replays over and over again. Endo was not looking at the ball whatsoever. He knew what he was doing. So what he did was he got in front of Caldwell and kind of grabbed him and held him so he wouldn't be able to, track back and defend that aerial ball.
Yeah.
Meaning he intervened with the play and it was offsides. So that was a good, again, it's consistency. That should have been offsides. So there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's because, like I'm saying, it goes back to those plays where is it or is it not. To me, I mean, I think he was good. Van Dijk was onside clearly, but I think it wasn't so much of impeding the game. Because if you think about it, even if he wouldn't have grabbed him, he wasn't gonna do not much to him.
He could have done something better than
What would he do?
Because look,
just foul him.
Imagine if Endo's not there, because Endo's offsides. Imagine if Endo's not there. Caldwell has a slighter chance of going through that space and kind of at least putting him a little bit off. You never know. But because Endo's there and he kind of grabs him as he's trying to run back to defend that's clearly offsides. He's interfering with the play directly, so it's offsides.
Yeah, because, I mean, you got the height difference. I mean, Van Dijk is taller than him. So even if, to me, it might be a dumb way of Endo trying to help his teammate out. But even if they wouldn't help him out and he still would have tried to get Van Dijk, he wasn't going to.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing with the Real Madrid game. Yeah. Lunin was never going to get that ball.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because the rules are the rules. That guy pushed Lunin in the back and he's offsides. He interfered with the play. Endo grabbed onto Caldwell and he was offsides. He interfered with the play. Meaning that Caldwell didn't get a chance to run back and defend that header. So that's clearly offsides. It's a clear and obvious, call. There was not. I mean, you can call it controversy all you want, but it's clear. Again, I'm sticking to my consistency from the Real Madrid game. So
yeah, but I mean, you can't be comparing both of them because Real Madrid versus Looney, it was barely a touch compared to this one.
He still intervened though.
But I mean,
and then this one again, Endo intervened again.
Well, I mean, I see Endo's a little bit more than the Looney's though, honestly, because Enzo kind of did, he did grab him.
And he never looked at the ball. He was always looking at the play. He knew what he was doing.
I guess he was trying to outsmart the VAR or outsmart the ref and trying to get that taken care of. And
because of that, Van Dijk had that advantage to Chilwell and got that header in, and then there you go. So it was 1-0. It was 1-0. Everybody celebrated, and then.
But then again,
VAR took a look at it and said, "Nah." And called it back. So now we're at 0-0 again.
Yeah. So then, I mean, I guess it was offsides. But then moving forward, you got minute 68 coming up. That's one of the key plays as well, where Chelsea, the assist, right?
See, I told you said it wrong. No, the
Sassi.
I told you said it wrong.
No, it's because you put me nervous.
No. Watch.
I get nervous because you always change the way I say things and stuff. So you always like, that's not how you say it.
What did you say?
Disassi.
No, I didn't. See, the Disassi, you can see it.
I said Disassi.
You said the something. I don't know.
No, Disassi. Anyways, minute 68. Minute 68 comes along, you got the Assis.
See?
No, I said Disassi.
No, you said Disassi. It's Disassi.
Okay, well, Disassi.
Yes, there you go.
Minute 68, Disassi misses that chance by Chelsea. I don't know if you take a look at the replay. I think he had a good header. He had the chance to do it, but once again the poll says no.
Yeah.
and they missed. And come along minute 75 later on. We have Gallagher missed that 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Horrible definition, bro.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah. He got. I don't know what he was thinking. Honestly, I think he could have gotten a touch around the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, I think he could have rounded the keeper.
I think that's what he tried to do at the first place, though. But then he kind of gave it a touch that it kind of extended him too much.
Oh, is this the chance where it hits the post?
No. This is where he was.
Because he had like 2 1-on-1s.
Yeah, he had 2. Yeah, it's on minute 75. I think they passed. Palmer passes to him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And he goes a through ball, and then he coming along.
Yeah.
The outside box.
Right.
And he takes a touch. I see that he takes a touch instead of finessing it. Because the goalkeeper was already coming out.
That's what I'm saying. He could have taken a touch around the keeper. He could have gone around the keeper.
It was already too much people, though.
Nah, he could have gone around the keeper.
Because if you think about it, when he took that first touch to kind of help them, get it.
He just tried to shoot it like right away. He was just like, I'm gonna get this on my feet. But he had a chance to go around the keeper. I think so. At least that's probably what I would have done.
Go around them.
Yeah, I would have gone around them.
I think I would have. As soon as I got the pass and I see that the goalkeeper was already coming out, kind of somewhat tried to chip
I think
him.
there was already a defender around him, though, like running that way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I wouldn't see why he would go around if there was already going to be 3 or 4 defenders in the box.
No, I think there was only one that was already like beating him back.
I could have sworn there's like 2 of them.
Well, there was 2 running back, but one of them was charging the goal, and then the other one was still a little bit further back.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so, I mean, to me, I think I would have shoot it as it comes. I mean, I'm a person out myself. Like, once you give me a pass, and I kind of start looking at the goalkeeper's movements, if I see this, he's starting to come out, I try to chip him or try to shoot it as it comes so that I can finesse it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But, I mean, me personally, I mean, I played the game, Omar, so I understand the levels of the game. I mean, if somebody gives me a through ball like that, I'm rounding the keeper. Because because I'm going based off that touch he took.
Mm-hmm.
He took that bad touch, so I'm going around the keeper. Like with that bad touch, I'm just kind of shifting around because the goalkeeper already committed. He's practically on the floor, so I'm going around the keeper and I'm
But wouldn't it be easier? You just chip him. He's already on the floor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A chip would have been a good option too, but to me personally, I think I would have rounded the keeper. The chip would have been a good option. I personally, I'm not the best at chipping.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have chipped the keeper. I would have gone around. But that's me, And then you got that defender there, you can always just, bend it around him.
True. I mean, defenders they can't touch it
they
as
can't
much.
use with the hand,
it's
yeah.
just
so
legs and body.
you got the whole goal, to shoot at.
True.
Really.
True.
So.
But then minute 85 comes along, and that's where they pass to Gallagher again one more time, and he does a somewhat semi shot.
Yeah,
it hits the far post.
Yeah, it hits the far post. Mm-hmm. He could.
I think there was no more options. It was too fast for him that he probably didn't
that's what I was thinking.
He didn't see it coming.
Right.
He didn't see it coming. He did.
All he could do is just make contact.
Yeah.
I feel like I think he lacked in that technique.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if I get a ball like that, I'm shooting it like I don't know. I think he lacked in the technique again.
Yeah, it's because if you look at the replay, if you guys look at the replay, minute 85, he's facing away from the goalkeeper.
Right,
he didn't see that pass that from Palmer. This Palmer, right? Who passed it to him?
I don't remember who passed to him, but
I think so. But he didn't see that pass coming because you can see in his reaction, it was more like
he just kind of like really fast, just did something right. But if I'm in that position, I'm kind of turning my hips a little bit, kind of like turn that hips towards the right and kind of hitting it with the inside of my foot. But I mean, again, it was fast. But I mean, me personally, I would have kind of turned my hips and just kind of hit it. But
because I mean, if you think about it, I think his options were if he was somewhat in a wrong position, kind of let it go through his feet to see if they could just bounce off of somebody who has a better option. Or maybe somewhat took a quick turn to kind of stop it, but it was too fast for him.
I mean, he still made contact with it, so I mean, it was something better than nothing.
Yeah, so minute 85 passes by, and then next minute you got that counterattack from Enzo sending it to Jackson for the counterattack minute 86. And what does Jackson do? Missed the opportunity once again. He did a horrible touch, a horrible handle. He pretty much had the defender beat. I don't know why he didn't take a shot.
Yeah.
I
I'm telling you, if this Chelsea team playing against teams, and I noticed it last week against Man City, and I noticed it again. If they just had a good striker, a good number 9, who's a goal scorer, they could have done so much damage to these teams, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, because you think about it,
that department.
you think about it, if Jackson could have had the capacity of making a better decision towards that one-on-one, that he had the defender beat already. We could have been speaking of Chelsea lifting the cup.
And I think a lot of these Chelsea players lack in their decision making. I don't think a lot of them, make the right decision. Like a lot of them. And then the only one that I will keep on giving credit to, because I enjoy watching them play, is Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Such a good player. Such a good player.
I think Cole Palmer needs help.
I think they have to build a team around him. Him and Enzo Fernandez, because Enzo Fernandez has been stepping up. Enzo Fernandez, when he came in, I was a little hesitant. I was like, why'd y'all pay so much money for him? Mm-hmm. But slowly, he's starting to show his quality. Cole Palmer, on the other hand, I think the $45 million, I believe they paid for him, I think that's a bargain. Like what they paid for Man City. If he starts getting the right players around him and stuff, he can be a bargain, because just the way he moves, his decision making, he just knows so much about the game.
He could. I mean, if he has that type of players around him, he can even compete versus De Bruyne. I mean, if he has that vision like him, we could talk about the face to face De Bruyne versus Palmer. Who's the best center mid?
Yeah.
But it all happens around your around who you play with. Obviously.
I mean, this is at the end of the day, this is a team sport. You can't do everything by yourself.
Yeah, well, I mean, and then if you do, you're not gonna succeed. So.
Right. You can have prime Cristiano Ronaldo playing for, I don't know.
Who's Sporting?
No. You can have prime Cristiano Ronaldo playing for like a lower tier team, I guess, like a Bournemouth, or like a Stoke City.
Yeah. Crystal Palace.
And Crystal Palace, and he's not gonna be winning trophies and stuff. You need a team. You need a team. Right. So Cole Palmer could do so much, but after that, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praising Cole Palmer too much today. I just really enjoyed how he played.
Yeah, he did pretty good. I think he would be the MVP of this game.
He did really good.
Besides, I think I'll give it to.
I thought on the Liverpool side, I thought Endo did really good too.
You think so?
Yeah, he put on a shift. Endo.
I mean, he did save that one shot from Sterling when he tried to shoot it.
Yeah, Endo did really good.
Rebounced it off to who was it? Palmer, was it the one that bounced it off, or was it bounced it off to Gallagher where he was about to shoot, and then Enzo slid to.
Yeah, I know.
To save it.
Palmer was the one that shot it first. That the goalkeeper had that nice.
Yeah, he saved it. Yeah.
Kelleher had a good game too, because like I said, Chelsea were on the attack every now and then with the counterattacks.
Yeah.
Kelleher had a good showing. Alisson wasn't playing, so he did good.
Yeah, but I mean, besides that, I think I will give Palmer the MVP of this match.
So the last time Chelsea and Liverpool played against each other in the cup final, they went to extra time and they went to penalty.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seemed like was going to happen again.
Right.
It was 0-0. The same thing that happened last time. We thought we were going to penalties.
Yeah, but I mean, minute 92 before the full time is done, you got that miss by Nkunku, and it bounced off in the area. Nkunku hit it, strike one. Palmer hit it, strike two. And then I believe Gallagher missed it as well. And, they were all three were in the area.
Yeah.
And you had that one-on-one, especially, Liverpool seemed like they were already getting, slowed down. They were slowing down. It was constant counterattacks from Chelsea, and even the commentators said it themselves. It's now or never.
Right.
Because a goal at that minute, they're not gonna come back.
And then what happened is very impressive too, because then once they do go to extra times, you're thinking like, Chelsea's gonna take this. Chelsea's gonna take this because you're starting to see a tiring Liverpool team.
Yeah.
And then you look at the bench, and they don't have many options. They have like a lot of kids.
Yeah.
You look at Chelsea's bench, and they got a bunch of so-called expensive, overvalued players. And you're thinking, well, you would think the expensive, overvalued players on the bench are gonna come in and make the difference, rather than some some kids from school on the Liverpool side.
Yeah.
And so we go to extra time.
Mm-hmm.
And Jurgen Klopp does something that I was a little hesitant about myself, and I'm not a Liverpool fan. And I was just like, "What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing in all these kids." I think he brought in like two teenagers or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm like, and he didn't just bring them to like run up top, or anything.
Yeah,
he brought them to the midfield to challenge the Caicedo, to challenge the Enzo Fernandez.
Mm-hmm.
They were in the midfield, the kids.
Yeah.
And they were able to do so good.
Yeah, I mean, you have that one chance at minute 124 where they centered it to Elliott, and he was by himself, and I low-key thought it was a goal. I thought it had gone in.
Oh, yeah, hit the side net.
Yeah, but, when they come back to the bar, and when I saw a few replays, it was I think it hit the side net, right?
Yeah, it was a side net.
And, you had that one on chance that Elliott could have scored the goal and took the dub.
Yeah. I mean, I just praise the kids. I call them kids because they really are. They're teenagers that came in and just at Wembley on a cup final. You have to do good, otherwise you
get benched.
Well, no, you don't get benched, but like imagine all the comments and stuff, or whatever, they're kids.
Right.
So, anyways, they put on a performance. I was very impressed by how they were just able to come in and do a job. They ran their tails off, but there was only one man who could really carry this team to victory. Omar.
Seal the deal, like always.
There was only one man.
Yes. Come minute 20, was it 127, 128?
It was late in the game.
Last 2 minutes, I believe, of the game.
Very, very late in the game.
And next, you know what happens? My boy Van Dijk.
Same header.
Same header.
But this time it was from a corner.
Yeah, but it was the same coverages. Like, they were just horrible again. One more time.
Yeah.
They had no chance whatsoever.
And I think possibly he might be leaving at the end of the season.
Well, I mean,
Jurgen Klopp's leaving.
I mean,
he might be leaving.
I mean, he was the one. Klopp was the one that discovered him.
And you know what? I think it kind of felt like that because when he did score that goal, he was looking around, looking at the crowd around. He was kind of waving his arms, and it almost seemed like he was just kind of soaking it in, because he's trying to really live it.
Yeah, like grasp it one more time.
Right. Yeah.
So it was like a pre-game of.
Well, because he doesn't know how many more he's gonna get,
Well, right, yeah.
So
I mean, you can't, you're leaving Liverpool. It's a big team. Imagine joining somewhere that they don't have as much trophies or it's not gonna be the same anymore.
Right. So,
but then, I mean, yeah, I think like what you said, it is true. I mean, I felt like it was more of a goodbye, like a pre-goodbye, and obviously, I mean, you got Klopp discovered him, and maybe even Salah might leave too. You never know.
Right.
But, yeah, so minute 28, 128, extra times, Liverpool takes the dub.
Yeah.
They seal the cup.
And they're the top, the team with the most league titles, league cup titles, with 10. So that was another trophy for Jurgen Klopp. And they're, you can say 25% to maybe possibly getting all 4 trophies.
Never know.
They're still in all competitions. They're in top the Premier League. They're still in the FA Cup, and they still have the opportunity to win the Europa League. So
yeah,
they might be able to end the season on 4 trophies, Omar.
Yeah, well, I mean, you think about it. If he wins all those trophies, it's gonna be
a good farewell.
This is gonna be a good farewell, and he's gonna be the top most well-known Premier League coach. I mean, you think about it. All those trophies gonna be taken under his name.
Liverpool. Oh, well, I don't know. He's impressive, but anything he does for the remainder of the season, just because he's not in the Champions League, is not really gonna step him up a level in reality. He's not gonna be above Sir Alex Ferguson. He's not gonna be above a Pep Guardiola.
So you wouldn't consider him being part of a Pep Guardiola or Sir Alex Ferguson?
No, he's a top manager, but I don't think he's in the conversation for best manager of the Premier League of all time. No, and there's really honestly that's not even a debate because there's really only one coach that's the best Premier League coach of all time, and that's Sir Alex Ferguson.
Well, obviously, but
there's not anybody close to him. And then, I mean, I guess you can argue, you can put him with Pep Guardiola and in discussion just because of how they went, but they battled each other, and Pep Guardiola always came on top. Although I will say, I personally, I mean, I guess this is contradicting myself, but I personally think that Jurgen Klopp is a better coach than Pep Guardiola. I personally think that. And that's only because Pep Guardiola was given the keys, the Lamborghini, the house,
Yeah, he was given the resources for it.
the everything, you know?
Yeah, there was no excuse to not win.
The mansion, the fish, the animals,
Yeah, everything.
the bread,
girls,
the wine. He was given everything. All he had to do was just put his brains to it, you know?
Right.
Jurgen Klopp, on the other hand, wasn't. He came into this team and they had a budget, a limited budget. And then there's a reason why, you know, Man City right now are being charged like 110 or 100 and I don't know how many charges for financial fair play. Because I don't know how many rules they broke throughout that time. Because, you know, they were just spending.
Right.
But, you know, Jurgen Klopp didn't have the same resources. There was one thing that helped them, and that was because they sold Coutinho to Barcelona for like, I don't know, Barcelona paid like 140 or something, 120.
And that's a horrible investment.
Yeah, very horrible investment. 120 million or something. They paid a ton of money for him. But so Liverpool got a lot of money from that.
Right.
But it's not like he got everything he wanted, you know?
Yeah.
He had to really choose his players.
Right,
you know?
I mean, it's like if you compare how Messi started versus Ronaldo, how it started, you know. Messi joined Ronaldinho, he joined Eto'o, he joined a lot of players that were at their peak, and then, you know, Ronaldo started with nobody.
Well, technically, you can argue that Messi's only won 3 Champions Leagues. Because, I mean, he was... I don't think he was even included in that squad of the 2006-2007 when they beat Arsenal. Or I can't remember. I think they beat Arsenal in the Champions League final. So...
No, I think he was already was. Isn't that where the...
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he was on the bench. He might have been included in the squad. So I think he has 4 Champions Leagues to his name. But I'm saying, like, he didn't play a role in it.
Because I think that's the game that was controversial where they had to fix the game. It was Chelsea versus Barca. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, that's not that one.
Oh, it's not that one?
No.
Oh, okay. I was confusing it then.
No, the one that was fixed was when it should have...
Yeah, it was Chelsea versus Barca.
No, not in the semifinal, though. That one was in...
But it was during the championships. And I believe Messi was there already, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but that was already like in 2009, 2010, I think. Yeah, it was later on.
Okay.
Or 2008, 2009. I can't remember the season. But yeah, so anyways, I think Jurgen Klopp is a better manager than Pep Guardiola.
Yeah. But he doesn't top Ferguson.
No, nobody tops Sir Alex Ferguson, and I don't think anybody will. The only person that's close to him is Pep Guardiola, but I mean he still has a long way to go.
Yeah,
because Pep Guardiola went through like 3 different decades. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson went through like 3 different decades of like building teams. You know, you know he built them in the 90s and the 2000s, and then even the 2010s early. You know, because he left like in 2013 and 2014, but still, you know, he still built different teams throughout. You know. And, I mean, he didn't have all the money in the world either.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a little asterisk next to Pep Guardiola just because of the fact that he was always given the resources, you know? And I will always put an asterisk next to his name, too, with his Champions League because when he won the first one, he had a generational talent in Messi. And when he won the second one, he had another generational talent in Erling Haaland. So, that's just me personally. But, I mean... That's enough of me talking about.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, I think nobody's gonna be topping Sir Alex
Ferguson.
Yeah, and then
anytime soon.
But I mean, you never know. Maybe Klopp continues, but you know, if he's better than Guardiola or not, who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so that was game.
That was that game. Yeah,
that was that game.
All right, so let's jump in really quick, Omar, to our first segment. Let's do Factor Cap.
Yes,
Factor Cap.
Sir.
I'll go first. You ready? So Factor Cap, ladies and gentlemen, for anybody who doesn't know this segment is where I ask Omar I'm gonna come up with 2 statements. Omar's gonna tell me whether it's a fact or a cap. Omar's gonna do the same thing to me. He's gonna come up with 2 statements. He's gonna ask me whether or not it's a fact or a cap, and I just have to answer. We don't keep score. We just kind of do this for fun.
We just see who's best at the best. Best of the best.
Yeah, it's just an exhibition. We'll do another segment here shortly where we're actually keeping count on that one. But this one's just more for fun. Just to see who has more ball knowledge, really.
Of course, it's me.
Bragging rights. All right, so I'm gonna go first. Omar, you ready?
Go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the top. Let me rephrase that. Cristiano Ronaldo has been the top goal scorer of the Champions League in 9 different occasions. Is that a fact or a cap?
Sir. That's a fact.
It's a fact.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Omar, you are incorrect.
What? No.
It's a cap. No, he has been the Champions League top goal scorer only a record of 7 times.
7 times.
7 times, not 9 times. 7 times.
Loki thought it was 9 times.
Now he's been 07, 08, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah. So 7 times.
That's cool. I got you with this one. Let's see if we got the.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen to the ball knowledge of yo boy Joe Nathan, aka Jonathan, aka the coach, aka the breadwinner, aka the main man, aka the champion, aka Mr. Ball Knowledge himself.
No.
AKA.
No. I got you.
Jonathan.
I got you. I got you with this one for sure. See if you remember. All right. 2000. Oh yeah. World Cup 2006.
Okay.
Final game. The final game. It was Italy versus France.
Okay.
All right. Zinedine Zidane gets into an argument and headbutts Cannavaro. Is that fact or is that a cap?
Cap.
Sure about that?
I'm 100% sure it was not Cannavaro.
Are you sure
I'm 1000%.
he didn't headbutt Cannavaro?
It was not Cannavaro. It was
Are you sure?
I'm 1000% sure. It's
okay, don't spill it out. Don't spill it out.
Okay.
Because we got audience.
Yeah.
But you say it's a fact. No, cap. I'm sorry.
No, it's a cap. He didn't headbutt Cannavaro.
Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is correct. It is cap.
Yeah, it's a cap.
The person that he hit was.
It wasn't Cannavaro. I can't remember his name. It was.
Come on, man.
It wasn't Cannavaro though.
Come on, don't you have the ball knowledge?
I do have the knowledge, but it wasn't Cannavaro. It was
See, I'll give you a hint. It starts with the M. And he's a center back.
Yeah, I know he was a center back. Was it? Honestly, I don't remember his name.
Come on, man. It was Materazzi.
Andale, Materazzi.
Materazzi. Yeah. He's the one that provoked him and told him about his sister. And what is it? Zinedine Zidane do?
He used that shiny hit of his.
He said, yay.
And
knocked him all around the chest, getting him that red card and missing the shot.
Yeah.
Cost them.
And he had scored a PK during that game already.
Yeah.
They ended up losing in PKs. He could have been one of those players to score a goal.
Could have, dumb things like that is what costs you the game nowadays.
Shake my head.
But there you go.
All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
All right. I'm talking about the Ronaldo Nazario, Ronaldo R9 himself, Ronaldo Brazilian Ronaldo.
Brasil. Joga bonito esse dia.
Joga bonito.
Yeah, joga bonito.
Joga bonito. All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Ronaldo Nazario, R9 himself, used to play for Barcelona. And then he betrayed them, Omar, and played for Real Madrid.
Okay.
You know that?
Yeah,
okay.
I know that.
Okay.
Figo did the same thing too.
Before he played for Real Madrid, after he left Barcelona, he played for a team. That team was AC Milan. Is that a fact or a cap?
That's a cap. It was Inter.
That's a cap?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Omar.
It's Inter.
You're going to make me cry, bro. You actually have a little bit of ball knowledge, bro.
I do.
You have a little bit of ball knowledge.
I do have it. I remember it.
Have about a little bit of ball knowledge.
It was Inter, right?
Yeah, he played for Inter Milan.
Yes, I remember it because I've seen the highlights of him juking around and people and stuff. And I remember there was this one, I think he was the one that did the Rabona, if I'm not mistaken, where he passed it to somebody in the Inter de Milan and they scored a badass goal, bro. And I remember that he was well known for Inter Milan. But I remember seeing him.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see him when I was as little when he was like that, but replays and stuff over the decades.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Finally, I got one.
You got one, Omar?
Finally. All right. Last one for me. For the Premier League, 2010-2011, the top goal scorer of that season was Robin van Persie. Is that a fact? Is that a cap?
Robin Van Persie.
Percy, I'm sorry.
Robin Van Persie. 2010, 2011.
Yes.
He was he already with Manchester United already?
For the audience, I'm going to go ahead and repeat it that we can kind of think a little bit about it. 2010, 2011 Premier League goal scorers. Robin Van Persie was the top goal scorer with 18 goals in the Premier League. Fact or cap?
Robin Van Persie.
Oh, Percy, I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna say that's 18 goals seems very little for a top goal scorer. Although was that the
Think about it, because you had Samina Waka Waka
No, what I'm thinking about is because I think at that time he was still playing for Arsenal before he went to Manchester United that next season and they won the league. But I want to say he was because I want to say Alex Ferguson was like, I want him in my team, and then he left. I'm gonna say it's a fact.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, like y'all's answers, because you're wrong, sir. It's a
cap.
It's a cap. He was number 2 on the top goal scorer versus Arsenal. He was with Arsenal.
Yeah, he was with Arsenal.
The main one, the main man.
Was it Wayne Rooney?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
Rooney was not on the list.
Oh, okay.
Number 3. It goes to Darren Brent with Aston Villa. He has 17 points, 17 goals. Then you have Van Persie with 18 goals at Arsenal, and the number 1 is Carlos Tevez. Man City.
Oh, that's the league. That's the time he
had 20 goals that season.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking who won the league, but I was like, if it was Manchester United now. Anyways, okay.
Sir.
Okay.
That was not, but yeah.
All right.
Carlos Tevez was the main man.
All right. I guess.
So we got 1-1.
Yeah, so 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So before we go to Coach versus Professor and end the show, Omar, let's kick it real quick and let's just talk about I guess, sort of a big accomplishment for Bayer Leverkusen, who just passed a record, Omar.
Mm-hmm. They beat Bayern Munich.
They broke Bayern
Munich's record of was 32 games without losing in all competitions. They are now at 33. They broke the record, and Xabi Alonso, right? I was thinking of Iniesta for some reason. Yeah, Xabi Alonso breaks the record with Bayern Leverkusen.
Yeah, and it's so impressive what he's done with this club because when he came into this team, what was it, like a year ago or something?
Let me get you with the facts real quick.
I believe it was just in 2022. I think it was like October 2022. I think when he got there.
Mm-hmm.
It's only because I think he took over part of that season, and then this is his first full season.
Right. Yeah, because I mean,
October 2022, right?
Yeah.
So he took over that team, and that team was bad. Like I'm talking about, like I think they were even battling relegation.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he just flipped this team and got them into the Europa League, to be playing European football this season, and then now to be title contenders. You know, like that's a team like Bayern Munich who has just been dominating this league for the past decade, and he just comes in, takes a team that's been in the relegation zone, and is taking them to the top. I mean, that's very impressive. And if your value doesn't skyrocket from doing that, I don't know what makes your value
get bigger.
Rise, right?
Yeah, but things that you gotta be careful now because you can't compare yourself with the Bundesliga with Premier League or with any league that he's gonna be.
No, I get that, but even then, that's impressive. What you're doing to a team that was battling relegation a year and a half ago, and you're making them, a title contender.
Mm-hmm.
That's no easy task. Because if that's the case, then anybody can do it, right? But
nobody
has done it,
Yeah, I mean, you think about Leverkusen. To me, what comes to mind in the Bundesliga is the main ones. It's always going to be Bayern Munich and Dortmund. That's the only ones. Bayern Leverkusen is more of like on the downside.
Right. And then what one, I guess, that impresses me the most. But also, it's a little scary because he has a big decision to make, Omar.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, what he's doing is catching the eyes of other big teams and other big clubs. One in particular, Liverpool,
Mm-hmm.
who, as we all know, Jurgen Klopp is leaving at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Xabi Alonso was an ex-player of Liverpool.
Yeah.
He spent a couple years there, and then won the Champions League with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a team like Bayern Munich who are struggling. Thomas Tuchel's in the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know if they're going to keep him for next season. Also, an ex-player of Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
So there's two possible candidates there. There was always that question of Real Madrid because Carlo Ancelotti's contract was going to end at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
He re-signed for 2 more seasons.
I mean, Mbappe's coming in. You think he was not gonna resign?
So you can argue that is off the table. However, Xabi Alonso's contract ends in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always that option that he can go and run out his contract till 2026 with Bayer Leverkusen
Uh-huh.
and move to Real Madrid when Carlo Ancelotti, leaves. But what if he doesn't leave?
Right.
What if Carlo Ancelotti doesn't leave? And what if Xabi Alonso's that's what his goal is, to go to Real Madrid? He doesn't leave. Now he's stuck. And what if this is all a fluke? What Xabi Alonso's doing? What if it's all a fluke? What if this is all just something that he's doing, and then next year, if he stays at Bayer Leverkusen, they start doing bad, his stock just goes
Right. I mean,
down.
it's like a stock market if you think about it. You know, you gotta get out. You gotta leave the best at the right time. You know, you have to get out of the rest at the best time.
Right.
I mean,
He's gambling though, because
it's a gamble.
is right now the right time?
I mean, I don't think so. I think to me, if I was Xabi Alonso, I would stay, conquer more titles, and then leave. You know.
But that's the thing. Like he's done this with great. No, he's done this great job, but all the players that he currently has, don't you think? Like the reality of it is that a bunch of big clubs are gonna be chasing these vital players that he has. The Frimpongs, the Boniface, Julian Wirtz, all these players, like
That's the thing with the market now. You know, once you see that they're doing good, everybody wants gonna want them. I mean, you're talking about a team that's has been winning 32 games straight without any losses, and then once certain players go to certain teams. I mean, to me, I think his best interest for Xabi Alonso is to wait it out, get more trophies under his name, and then kind of leave.
But will he be able to get more trophies if they end up selling all these players? Because you got Florian Wirtz. I can't pronounce his name, but
it's not how you say it.
But they always have. We saw before we started the show that there's possible people or possible teams who would want to get him, like a Manchester City, like a Liverpool. There's rumors of Florian Wirtz going over there. So you lose these players, then what? Are you gonna bring better players?
I mean,
are they really gonna be like, yeah, let's go to Bayer Leverkusen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then you as a player, you're probably like, well, how in reality, this team was nothing before Xabi Alonso. He leaves, and then what happens? Am I still gonna be playing? Are we still gonna be good?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's like an underdog,
So what my point is, I would leave, and I want to be biased and say like I want him. I am going to be biased. I'm going to say I want him to stay until he goes to Real Madrid because I love the way he plays the game. But if I were him, I would leave right now because I think right now is the best time. Because if he wins the Bundesliga, I think you leave on a high. You've won a big trophy. You cemented yourself as a top coach around the world. Winning a trophy that has been a league that has been conquered by one team for the last decade. You come in and you win the trophy. I think your stock can't go any higher, unless you go on next season and win the Champions League or something. You know what I
Right.
mean? But I don't think that's gonna happen when you have the likes of Manchester City, Real Madrid.
Yeah, I
and
mean, it's like you say, when it comes down to once the season ends, everybody's gonna want a piece of Bayer Leverkusen.
yes, they're all gonna want a little. They're gonna see them as this team with a bunch of good players.
Right.
They want the Boniface, the Florian Wirtz, the Frimpong.
Right. They're gonna be dismantling all of them.
Tapsoba, yeah, they're gonna want it to keep on all these good players. They're gonna be like Tapsoba, So, anyways, I would leave. And who would I choose? Liverpool or Bayern Munich? I think I would go Liverpool.
To be the new head coach.
Yeah, just because they have a solid foundation that Jurgen Klopp has built, and
it's like it's safe for him.
Right, and I think at Bayern Munich, I think all the coaches have just been struggling a lot for one reason or another, And it would suck just to see him go to the bigger team.
Yeah, because he's like, you're gonna be expecting the best of the best, but what if it's too much for him? You got Xabi. What happened to Xabi?
Right.
But
Xabi didn't coach any really, I guess you can say high top tier.
Yeah, but I
team.
mean, you think about once
he only coached that team in China or was
something
it
like that?
No, in Qatar. It was in Qatar.
But I mean, think about it. It's Xavi. The name itself says what. You're like, oh, Xavi. It's like if Ronaldo becomes a coach.
The thing with Xavi, the thing with Xavi though is he is a good coach. The only thing is that he can't translate it onto the field, and he hasn't been given the resources. Back again to what I say that Pep Guardiola was blessed, because I surely can tell you that the brain that Pep Guardiola has is probably less than what Xavi has,
Yeah.
But what Pep Guardiola is able to do is translate it, and he gets the resources. And he was gifted a team. He was handed a team with the likes of Messi,
Ronaldinho,
Eto'o,
Rafa Marquez at his prime,
Ibrahimovic.
You
have all these world class legends,
right?
That you can't compare to what Xavi has. Xavi has Xavi, Pedri. Pedri's good. Yeah. Xavi is
Lewandowski is the only one that's
right.
That should be doing something, but he's
Ferran Torres, who couldn't make it at Man City. They don't have Christensen, Marcos Alonso. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Yes, all them.
It's not the same. Yeah. So, anyways, point being, I think if I were Xabi Alonso, I'd go to
Liverpool.
I'd go to Liverpool, yeah. And just build the team there. And I would like to see him. I think he would be good for the league.
Yeah, I think that would suit him best. I think for him is for not to be another flop. Everybody that wants to go to Real Madrid or Barca because they're well known. I think for him the best thing to do is to play it safe and go to Liverpool, like you said. I mean, they have a solid team. Go to Barca, they're all over the place. Real Madrid, they're decent, but you got Kylian Mbappé coming up, and then it's a whole different story.
Well, the job's not there, Carlo Ancelotti's gonna stay there, so
right, and plus that, so.
Anyways, so yeah, that's what I would do personally. Mm-hmm. But all right, so let's finish off the show, Omar, with our favorite segment, Coaches or Professor.
Segment of the day.
This is where I like to, brag, where I like to just beat you. I have fun. You haven't beaten me. I'm undefeated. You don't have the skill to beat me. You don't have the knowledge. We obviously know who's the better ball knowledge player here. So
I'm all about actions, bro. No about words.
All right, let's see what you got. I'll let you go first this time.
You want me to go first?
I'll let you go first. Let's see what you got.
All right, bet. Question number 1.
All right. So by the way, we have for anybody who doesn't know what the Coach vs. Professor is.
Right.
Omar's gonna ask me 2 questions. I will ask him 2 questions as well.
Multiple choice.
In the 2 questions, he's gonna give me 3 multiple choice answers. I have to answer the correct answer. If I get the correct one, I get a point. If I get it wrong, I get no points.
And then the explanation when it comes to it.
At the end, we'll see who has more. We are keeping track currently. I hold a record of 2-2 and 0 2-2 means two wins, two draws, and zero losses. We've drawn 2 times. We still haven't came up with the tiebreaker, so we're just counting ties.
2 weeks with ties. 2-week tie.
Omar is 0-2-2. He has 0 wins, 2 draws, and 2. He stands proud and as a loser. So let's see what you got.
All right, baby. Question number 1. What team is nicknamed on the Premier League the Bees? Answer number 1. Brentford.
Brentford?
Brentford.
Brentford. Yes.
Okay, Brentford. Number 2, we have Chelsea. Number 3, we have Everton.
Okay.
Which one? Which one of those 3 are nicknamed the Bees?
Brentford.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You sure about that?
I'm sure. Brentford is...
Are you sure?
Yes, because Chelsea has a lion, I believe. And then Everton is called the Toffees.
Ladies and gentlemen, lock in your answers.
Brentford is the Bees.
That is correct.
Yep.
It is called... They're the nickname the Bees.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's in their logo.
The nickname is result of the misunderstanding in the 1990s and then the 1890s. Yeah, basically as soon as the London club came into being, the supporters chant "Buck up Bees." But from there they translated to the "Buck up Bees" because they would call it BS, so they would say "Buck up Bees." But instead, from there they it generated to "Buck up Bees," BEES.
Okay.
And that's why they got the nickname from.
Okay.
And that's why you see it on the logo as well.
Yeah.
But it was an easy one.
Yeah, it was an easy one.
I guess.
All right. Ready for mine?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
All right. In the 2014 World Cup, Omar.
Mm-hmm.
In the 2014 World Cup final, Mario Götze scored that final goal. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Who assisted him?
Oh my God.
I love these who assisted him. These are good. These really get you thinking. Who assisted Mario Götze in the 2014 World Cup final goal? I'm going to give you the 3 answer choices. You ready?
Go ahead.
Was it A, Thomas Müller?
Okay.
Was it B, Andres Schürrle?
Okay.
Or was it C, Lucas Podolski?
I want to see Podolski. I don't know why I want to see Müller though. But then I'm like, I don't think so because I don't think he was like near with him. Okay. But I would want to say Podolski. Podolski, yeah.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Omar, I'm sorry to tell you that you are incorrect.
Was it Müller?
No, it was Andres Schürrle. He's the one. He's the one that assisted him. Yeah, he's the one that, remember, he came in as a sub. And he crossed it in.
He gave it to Mario Götze.
And then Mario Götze chested it.
Yeah, right.
And then with his left, broke the hearts of Argentinians for almost a decade. But but yeah, you're wrong. So 0-1 no more. I got 1 point. You got 0. I think I'm taking that dub again, no more.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, no se puede así. Eso no se puede. All right, bet. You want to go with World Cup questions? I got you.
Go ahead.
Question number 2, and this is the last one. Who of these players were the top goal scorer of World Cup FIFA 2010? We got answer choice A, David Villa. Answer choice B, Diego Forlan. Answer choice A, Thomas Müller. Yeah, right. That's how you say it, right?
C.
No, digo C, I'm sorry. C.
Thomas Müller.
Yeah.
Okay. So A was David Villa, Forlan, and Müller.
Can I say the another one, like a different one? No, I mean it would be the same. No, never mind.
What you mean?
No, keep going. Go. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one of those 3 was the top goal scorer?
It's between David Villa and not Thomas Müller. David Villa and Diego Forlan. It was David Villa. I'm pretty sure it was David Villa.
Sure.
I'm 100% it was David Villa.
Sure.
I'm 1,000% sure it's David Villa.
That is wrong.
Was it Diego Forlan?
It was none of them. They all tied with 5 goals.
What? You can't. That's not a question, Omar.
No, it was David Villa.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
You thought.
He scored because he was on the row. The only reason why I remember is because he kept on scoring back to back to back to back. And Diego Forlan scored a lot of goals, but I don't think he scored that many because then they got eliminated against.
Yeah, I mean they almost got eliminated against Ghana. Remember when Suarez hit?
But then they got eliminated by the Netherlands in the semifinal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But no, it was David Villa. I was just kidding with you.
I was about to say. So I win another one, but let's
take that one for real for right now.
Let's handing out another L, Omar. I'm sorry. How many goals did you score, David Villa? 7? 5. Was it 5?
5, yeah.
5? Okay. All right. Ready?
Go ahead.
All right. Chicharito Hernandez, Javier El Chicharito Hernandez played for these teams, Omar, and I'm gonna give you 3 answer choices, and I want you to tell me the other team that he also played for. Okay. So, 2 of the teams he played for was Manchester United, West Ham United, and there's another team that he's played for multiple teams, but there's another team that I want you to name. I'm gonna give you 3 teams, and I want you to tell me what other team he played for. You ready?
Okay.
Was it A, Real Sociedad? Was it B, Sevilla?
Okay.
Or was it C, Atlético de Madrid?
It was Sevilla.
B, Sevilla. You 100% sure? That's correct.
Yes,
he played for Sevilla.
Because I think after once Sevilla, he went to the MLS, didn't it?
Yeah, and then he went to the Galaxy.
Yeah, he was like, that was his last attempt to be back into the Premier League. But I mean, back to his prime. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and in Europe.
Yeah, back to his prime, but he's already down his prime. So
yeah. Okay, you got one right, Omar.
Fortunately,
but unfortunately for you, Omar, you are handed another L, and I am handed another W. And now the score is 3-2-0. Omar, you got 0 wins. I think the people listening to us obviously know who has the ball knowledge, and we know who doesn't have the ball knowledge.
Nah, it's because your freaking questions of who assisted.
They're not that hard, and you know what? I'll give you them in the most important, vital games of the
game.
Yeah, the 2010 World Cup final, the 2014 World Cup final. You know?
And I feel like you're doing something, bro. Something's going
All
on.
I do is you have the choice to give me, but you know what? We're gonna modify this. Remember the questions?
Oh yeah.
We're probably gonna bring in somebody else to ask us questions and stuff. So that might be next episode.
No, pues esto get lost again.
No, and no. We're just gonna do it for the audience, you know, so
right.
so they can let us know, you know. But, anyways, that was a good episode, Omar.
Yeah, I think it was fun. Good.
I
almost got you though.
You didn't though. You didn't.
You should have saw your face. You were like, no, what? What? That shit was hilarious.
That was funny.
I didn't want to give you that point. That's why I was being
yeah.
I'll be an a-hole.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give you the point, but I mean, it is what it is.
All right. So that concludes our episode. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Subscribe.
YouTube.
TikTok, iTunes, TikTok, Spotify. Listen to us on Spotify. We upload the episodes every Tuesday. Every Tuesday,
episodes. New episodes every Tuesday. And again, we're going to do new modifications. I know at last episode I said it was going to be this one, but we had a little bit of time, so we have a week now to prepare.
We'll process some few things, give it a try.
In construction.
And see if, you guys like it. If you do, make sure you give us a comment, follow us. If you don't, let us know as well.
Right.
And we go back to being the podcast, or we could just do something that...
Well, it's going to stay a podcast. It's just going to be a little different.
It's a little bit more dynamic, I would say.
Yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, subscribe, leave a like, 5-star review, share us at World Class Zone
Yeah, World
on
Class
all
Zone.
social platforms. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're out, Omar.
Later.
Peace.